Today at 3, the Lexington man accused of shooting and killing his wife on Thanksgiving Eve back in court. Plus, the Lexington Light Show returns. We'll have all the details coming up. And more students have been released from the hospital after that serious Magoffin County bus crash 2 weeks ago.
I'm Chief Meteorologist TJ Shuck. After a windy finish to the holiday weekend, we've got some lingering low-level cloud cover. Bit of a roller coaster ride with up and down temperatures and some rain chances as we wrap up November. Your Storm Team forecast is coming up.
Good afternoon, Kentucky. ABC 36 News at 3 starts now.
Good afternoon, Kentucky. I'm Paxton Boyd, and for Erica Bivens, who is on assignment. We'll hear from her in just a bit. In our top story this afternoon, the man who was accused of shooting and killing his wife on Thanksgiving Eve appearing in court again today. Stephon Henderson pleading not guilty today while in court. His bond set at $1 million. The judge also ruling that his son will still have access to the house as the court hearings continue. Police say the shooting happened on Thanksgiving Eve around 1:30 in the afternoon in the Masterson Station area. Well, police say when they got to the home, they found a woman who had been shot. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Henderson is due back in court on December 6th. Well, a mother who is facing murder charges for the death of her 2-year-old child also appearing in court today. 24-year-old Alicia Brown pleaded not guilty. She's facing a $750,000 bond and will appear in court again on Thursday. Last weekend, Lexington police arrested and charged Brown with criminal child abuse. Officials say Brown posted bond for her original charge and then was arrested again and charged with murder after the 2-year-old died from an apparent overdose on Wednesday. Brown is currently being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. Mayor Linda Gordon and Police Chief Lawrence Weathers this afternoon urging City Council to approve immediate expansion of the city's flock license plate reader program. This spring, 25 flock cameras were installed all over Lexington as a pilot program to see if it could help police solve crimes. Flock cameras take photos of license plates and compare them in the national crime databases or to plates wanted locally for investigations. Mayor Gordon says the pilot project has been successful so far. Through evidence gathered by the readers, the police have recovered more than $1.4 million in vehicles, helped locate 11 missing people, were able to serve 130 warrants and subpoenas and more. The mayor and police chief now asking City Council to approve 75 flock cameras for the city.
I think the numbers make it clear we need to move forward and fully implement this program.
Police say once approved, it should take about 3 months for the additional cameras to arrive in Lexington and be installed. Council is expected to vote on the expansion on Tuesday. Well, as we head into the holiday season, Georgetown Police sharing tips on how to keep your packages safe. The department recommends you be home the day you're expecting a package to be delivered. Install a home security camera system and talk to neighbors if you're expecting a package, especially if you're not home, to keep an eye out. The department also says if you can't be at home, have your packages delivered to your job if you're able, or add special delivery instructions. You can read the tips in our full website at WTVQ.com. And speaking of keeping things safe and secure, the Kentucky Attorney General's office has announced the 12 counties that were randomly selected for post-election audit for the 2022 post-general election were Rowan, Webster, Christian, Breathitt, Daviess, Anderson, LaRue, Oldham, Shelby, Jefferson, Laurel, and Owen County. The 12 counties randomly selected in a public forum within 20 days of the 2022 general election. After the investigation is completed, the DCI and the Attorney General's Office of Special Prosecutions will present their findings to the grand jury and chief circuit judge in each of the audited counties. Also adding that with Kentucky law, no county can be audited in 2 consecutive elections if they did not find any criminal conduct in the primaries this past year. Well, we are back from a long Thanksgiving holiday, but it wasn't the most scenic of weekends out there, TG. A dark and dreary weekend as we head into this Monday.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting weekend, especially the second half of it. We managed to get, obviously, Kentucky and Louisville in without any hitches as far as rain. But since then, boy, we had the rain, big wind yesterday, and then that frontal boundary moved through with additional showers. The issue today with folks heading back to work and school is just lingering low-level moisture. That frontal boundary is off to the east, but you see here on our Bluegrass Care Navigator Skyview HD camera network, our Hicks and Funson cam, low-level cloudiness, and as a result, that's really held our temperatures in check despite a bit of a southwest wind in place. We're at 48 here in Lexington. That's been the case across much of central Kentucky, although we've managed with that southwest wind to kind of squeeze temperatures into the low 50s down south. It's going to be an interesting finish to the month of November. Temperatures with the cloudiness only dropping to either side of 40. And then look at the surge tomorrow. Winds will pick up. We'll see a little bit of sunshine, but that's going to be ahead of a frontal boundary, which will bring rain, storms, and then colder air as we welcome December. So again, a little bit of up and down to say the least. I'll break it down for you in this 7-day coming up.
Well, Lexington Fire Station 20's annual light show is back. The light show began in 2005 to promote the department's toy program and has become a yearly tradition for many families here in Lexington. The light show is free. However, the department does ask you please consider bringing a new and unwrapped toy with you to donate. The show starts daily at 5:30 and will run through the end of the year. Well, Kentucky State Police posts across the state are collecting donated non-perishable food items for families in need during the holidays. A statement from police says the Cram the Cruiser drive is set for December 2nd. Troopers will be at the grocery and retail stores all over Lexington accepting products like canned fruit, vegetables, canned meat, macaroni and cheese, peanut butter, jelly, canned soups, cake mixes, water, and powdered milk. Collected food is distributed by to food banks, shelters, churches, and other groups. Well, Magoffin County Schools releasing an update now on the students and bus driver who were involved in a wreck a little over 2 weeks ago. The school district says 2 more students were released from the hospital on Friday, with the hospital only now having 1 student and the driver still hospitalized. There were 18 students and 1 bus driver that were on the bus that day, but all but 2 people have now been discharged from the hospital. Woodford Humane Society will be waiving adoption fees starting December 1st and will run until December 23rd as the shelter is trying to get rid of the overcrowding of pets there currently. If you're wishing to participate in the adoption drive, you can see the available pets and also check out appointments online at the Woodford Humane Society website, with approved adoption applications still being required. Well, still ahead, the man who was accused of opening fire in a Buffalo grocery store was back in court today. Plus, the world's largest active volcano is erupting and how it could impact the United States.
Well, definitely dreary out there on this Monday and a little bit cooler as well. We're going to recover with temperatures probably topping the 60-degree mark tomorrow, but it will come at a price. Your Storm Team forecast is on the way.